Continues. Last year, Matt played every game at first base, was an anchor defensively winning the Gold Glove, and he hit 29 home runs. But this season, having only played in 117 games due to injury, Matt has surpassed his offensive numbers from last year and is becoming one of the premier first basemen in all of baseball. Last night, his home run helped spark the offense, get the win, and even this series versus the Royals. Today, Matt and the A's are back at it. It's the rubber game at the Coliseum. It's the A's and the Royals next. Well, after about a 30-minute delay getting the field ready, we are set for baseball. Indeed, the rubber game of the series between the A's and the Kansas City Royals. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's baseball. Along with Ray Fossey, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Hard not to talk about Matt Olson having a terrific finish to this season, at least the regular season. Ray, 35 home runs for Olson. Let's not forget, he missed 34 games at the beginning of the year.
You know, it's hard to believe it and how much he was missed just playing defense at first base, but his offense has just been unbelievable. The way he has hit the ball all season since rejoining the ball club. I don't know that you could hit a ball any farther than he hit the one last night here against the Kansas City Royals, but he's played great defense. I mean, everything he has done on the field has been spectacular, and here it was last night. As Bob Melvin said, he's never seen a left-hander go as far as Matt Olson did last night. Well, Matt Olson did and turned the game around for the Athletics. Homer
Bailey's going to get the ball pitching against his old team. And Ray, his 30th start of the year, 12th with the A's. He's 6-2 with the Athletics.
You know, 4-0 in his last starts. I mean, it's just unbelievable the way he has been pitching for the Athletics. And remember, like you said, he was with the Kansas City Royals. He faced them back in Kansas City. Picked up a win when the A's had the big running. Actually scored a lot of runs in a game that he pitched, but he's been pitching great. And I think for him, without a couple of starts he has made for the Athletics, his ERA would be much better. But 2 starts really sent it up really too high at that point. But he has been outstanding for the Athletics. He's throwing the way the A's had hoped he would be as a starting pitcher.
And the Royals will send the left-hander Danny Duffy to the mound. Duffy's been very good against the A's in his career. He's never lost. He's 4-0 against the Athletics. So that's your pitching matchup. Day baseball here at the Coliseum, and the sun is starting to come out a little bit after the rain this morning, but it'll be a nice day for baseball. So the A's lost a disappointing game in Game 1 on Monday night. They came back, good solid win last night. So it is rubber game of the series time. Let's check out the game time weather for today. It's presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. Now, see, the sun's going to come out. That young man is just getting ready for it. 68 degrees, a light breeze, and some cloud cover right now, but we think that's going to move out. But it did rain pretty hard this morning.
Yeah,
the warning track was very wet, puddles of water, and it was worked on diligently by the grounds crew, and it is ready to go, and so are we as the A's take the field behind their starting pitcher this afternoon, Homer Bailey. All right, let's take a look at the visiting Kansas City Royals starting lineup, which is brought to you by, as always, Southwest Airlines. And here it is. Whit Merrifield's going to lead off at second. Edilberto Mondesi at short. Jorge Soler, 45 home runs on the year for Soler. And then Hunter Dozier. Alex Gordon having a good month of September. Ryan O'Hearn, power hitting first baseman. Bubba Starling's in right. Mebreeze Valoria is your catcher, and Brett Phillips, who hit the big home run on Monday night, he bats ninth and plays center field.
I think from Homer Bailey's standpoint, as he makes the start for the Athletics against his former team, he knows the importance of winning every game. He pitched well against Kansas City in the start when the A's won 19-4, went 6 solid innings in that game, gave up just 3 runs. But Homer Bailey's split finger fastball probably is the pitch that we knew he threw, but maybe not as well as he's been throwing it. It has been outstanding, and the day is a big game against his former team. See if he can pick up the win, and the A's can win the series after losing that tough one on Monday night.
A's have the defense of Pinder in left, Canha in center, Laureano in right, Chapman, Simeon, Noisy, and Olson on the infield, and Sean Murphy is the catcher. So a couple of rookies, Noisy and Murphy in the lineup. Bob Melvin and his team with a magic number to clinch a playoff spot of 9. 9.
That sounds good. That's single digits.
A's with 10 games to play. in the regular season. First pitch of the ball game to Whit Merrifield. DJ Rayburn is calling balls and strikes. That's the crew chief right there. Greg Gibson, he's at first. CB Bucknor's at second, and Ryan Additon is at third. Merrifield, Mondesi, and Soler. That one's hit well to right center. But Canha getting back there. Canha makes the catch. And that's the first out of the ball game.
If you talked last night about Merrifield, the number of hits, he does not wait around. We have seen that in the series where he may take a pitch as he did today, but then it's a good one. He's going to be swinging, and he's done that throughout this series, and probably the reason he has as many hits as he does have on this season.
Yeah, I think he substitutes hits for walks,
Exactly.
which is a good thing.
Yeah. You know, and if you get a good fastball to hit, which typically a pitcher leading off the game, you want to get ahead of the hitter. Homer Bailey threw him a fastball. He crushed it, fortunately, right at
Semien. Good play to get a speedy runner. No time to hesitate, no time to juggle, no time to make any kind of mistake, and Marcus made a very nice play.
Well, knowing the hitter, watch as he goes to his backhand. That sets himself up right there to plant his right foot and throw quickly. Good stretch by Matt Olson. But if he does anything other than this, he's not going to make the play, especially with the speedy Mondesi. It just barely gets him anyway, but that's a tremendous play, and a pitcher will love that more than anything. Great play by Marcus Semien.
So here's Soler. Soler takes the first pitch strike. 413 assists for Marcus Semien. Leads all big league shortstops. Also leads in chances.
Maybe that coincides with playing every day.
Well, playing every day, and you know, I think that the A's rotation, I would not say it's a high strikeout rotation.
Yeah, good point.
You put all that together.
We saw Brett Anderson pitch last night, the highest ground ball percentage, so those things factor in, especially the lefty. And with Homer Bailey, the splitter, the ball typically down in the zone if it's working well, which it has been. Guys hit on top of the ball, beat it into the ground.
Good swing by Soler, fouls it back. 45 home runs, 109 RBIs for Jorge Soler. Toward Matt Chapman, who straightens up, throws him out, and a nice 1-2-3 inning for Homer Bailey. A's come to bat in the bottom of the first when we return. So the Royals go quietly in the top of the first. Here come the Athletics in the bottom of the first. Starting lineup looks like this, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Semien, Chapman, Olson. Look at Matt Olson this month. 8 home runs and 18 RBIs. Then Canha, Laureano, Davis, Murphy, Pinder, and Noisy.
Danny Duffy, who did not face the Athletics last year. 2018 was his last start. As Kipe said earlier, 4-0 career against the Athletics, and his first win came here at the Coliseum June 14, 2011. He has been very good against the Athletics, as those numbers attest.
Facing Semien, Chapman, and Olson here in the first.
Hideki Matsui had a home run off him that game. We remember him.
Yep.
Was it 300th he had in Detroit?
We liked him. He was a good guy.
He's a good guy. Well, the A's know that Danny Duffy has been tough on them, but the A's also know they need a win. And you've got to have leading off in Marcus Semien, which he has done all season.
Toward third, nice big hop for Dozier. Dozier fires across. O'Hearn dropped it, and Semien's aboard. And O'Hearn, that ball may have gone through the webbing of his glove.
I think you're right, because he's taken it to the dugout. Dozier threw him a sinker, but as he went down, it's a catchable ball. He just missed it and then looked at the webbing, and I think you're exactly right, Kipe. It went right through the webbing.
There it is.
There it is. A good call, because it broke the webbing. And, you know, it's amazing. Catchers always check the straps on their shin guards, chest protector, and the mask. Infielders, outfielders do that with their gloves the same way, check the webbing, and maybe it was okay, but now it's not okay, so he gets his second gamer. Usually there are 2 that a player has.
Exmo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. So it is an E3, and here's Chapman. That's the first error in the series by the Royals. Royals pretty good defensively.
Well, maybe you can give the air to the glove.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, went right through it. You know, he's fortunate the ball was down instead of putting it up to his face and having it go through. That would have been really serious.
Chapman went around. 247, 34 homers, 85 RBIs for Matt Chapman.
Danny Duffy, not really overpowering, but a typical left-hander who likes to use all of his pitches, 2- and 4-seam fastball, curve, slider, and changeup, and he will use all of them. Look at that. Let's see it go through it, and
yeah, I wouldn't want that baseball either. Nothing good happened in that sequence for Ryan O'Hearn. Very high, shallow left. Gordon. He's got the sunglasses on, and he makes the catch. Royals defense, you saw Gordon, Phillips in center, Starling in right, Dozier, Mondesi, Merrifield, and O'Hearn with Mibiri's Valoria doing the catching. Kind of looks like the infield that I think the Royals hope is around for a while.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it could be. Fixing it already. So here is Matt Olson. Big bouncer towards second. Merrifield to Dozier, back to first, and that's a double play. So Hunter Dozier, the third baseman, sliding over. He's the pivot man. So that's a 4-5-3 double play. Hey, A's fans, with Xfinity XFi, you get the ultimate control of your in-home Wi-Fi. Pause the Wi-Fi on any connected device, see who's on your network, and much, much more. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is XFi. Catching off and on sunshine, which is better than 3 hours ago. Top of the second inning, no score. Dozier, Gordon, and O'Hearn. Popped up. Matt Olson waits. He's got the shades on and he grabs it.
Well, good day to have the sunglasses, and because if the sun does come out, which it is right now, it is a tough sun. You mentioned Alex Gordon. A lot of times the visiting players don't wear sunglasses, and you can see balls that are dropped. He's just telling Matt Olson, I didn't see that one.
Hey, Marcus, can I use your shades?
Yeah, let me use your sunglasses.
Well, at this ballpark, which is, I think, considered one of the tougher sun fields.
Exactly.
Especially if you're a visiting player.
Yeah.
Having them on is probably a good idea.
You know, I always remember when the A's would play the Twins after playing in the Metrodome, because they never saw the sun there. And they come here, and right after, the worst thing for the Twins to come to this park right after playing in the Metrodome, because they inevitably would drop balls on a sunny day.
Well, plus here you have more foul territory.
Exactly. Exactly.
So your chance of getting a catchable pop-up increases because of all that foul territory. Rolled up the middle. Noisy cannot get it. So Alex Gordon has a base hit.
Well, another 2-strike hit for the veteran Alex Gordon. It's amazing watching him, how he shortens up when 2 strikes, and that pitch, probably the splitter, just did not get down where he wanted it, floated in, which becomes a very hittable pitch, and Gordon didn't try to pull it, went right back up the middle. And Sheldon Noisy with an attempt as the ball was past him as he went into his dive.
Pitchcast is brought to you by Subway. And here's Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn at 186, got 13 home runs. No hits in his last 13 at bats. Lots of power.
Well, given a chance to play as much as he is, he will eventually be the hitter that Ned Yost probably believes he can be in a power position at first base.
Well, you can be patient with them. They were patient with Soler and Dozier, and that has certainly worked out.
That's right. And they're in a position where they are in Kansas City in the division. They can be patient. Ned Yost, the veteran manager.
Well, last year the Royals had the 2nd overall pick. They take Bobby Witt Jr., right? Shortstop. And they're going to get a top 5 pick this year as well. The 4th worst record in baseball right now. 2-2 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. So that's the first strikeout for Homer Bailey.
Well, a better pitch than he threw to Alex Gordon with a couple of strikes. And you know, the one thing, if you have a certain pitch you want to throw a lot, you're going to throw it. And there's a good split finger fastball. That is what has done such a great job for Homer Bailey. Comes right out of his hand, straight down. And that is a very, very good pitch for Homer Bailey and for the Athletics. But he threw it and was not a great one to Gordon. But to O'Hearn, much different story.
Strike to Bubba Starling. Starling 1 for 6 with a walk in the series. Royals are 56 and 96 on the year. And 27 and 49 on the road. They will spend the weekend in Minneapolis. 4-game series against the Twins starting tomorrow night.
Soler might hit one out of Target Field.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he hit Sano. Boy, they should have a home run derby before the games. Twins are playing well, but that's the Central Division where the Twins, Indians, of course, the Royals.
Blocked by Murphy. And the Twins have a 5-game lead over the Indians in that Central. And the Twins with a magic number of 7 to clinch. So they got a little work to do yet. Twins and the Indians are done against each other. Got to the wild card game 2 years ago.
Yeah, and last day.
Did not make it last year, took a step back, and then this year they've had a great season. Twins are 93 and 58.
Remember that game against the Yankees, the wild card, they jumped off to an early lead, but they could not hold it.
Way out in front is Starling. That one took a nice hop right up into that group right there. Watch this. There's nobody there, so it bounces straight. I mean, literally. You know, the saying is it fell right into my lap. Yeah. Well, it did.
That's what she's saying. Can you believe that? I just sat here.
What a pretzel. Really enjoying myself. Laureano trots in, and he's got it. A hit and a runner left. Bottom of the 2nd coming up. Canha, Laureano, and Davis to hit for the A's. Bottom of the 2nd, Mark Canha is going to lead it off. Got to have a good day when the giveaway is the Mark Canha bat flip and T-shirt.
So all these people here is family and friends, because he said last night it's going to be a lot of family and friends out, and it's a nice looking shirt.
It is a nice looking T-shirt.
So yeah, I agree with you, Kai. If you have a good day, you want to give away. If it's your giveaway.
Canha had 268. He's got 24 home runs and 55 RBIs. He's 1 for 5 in the series. also walked. And he's been hit by a pitch twice.
Strap it off. Protect the elbow. One of the worst things I think is for a pitcher, for example, a left-handed pitcher hit right-handed or vice versa, where that elbow that you're pitching with is exposed. Because that could be dangerous.
Yeah, you see it some with a right-handed pitcher who bats left-handed.
Yeah.
You don't see it very often the other way. That's the
yeah.
left-handed thrower, right-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
There's very few of those.
Exactly.
It's an oddity.
You're right. There is a handful throughout time in baseball. Actually, you always say, "Hey, look at that guy. He throws left-handed, bats right-handed." So that's how rare it is.
3-2 now to Canha. I'm sure there's sabermetrics out there that'll tell us why
probably.
that's so
Yeah.
odd. We just know that it is.
Yeah. Well, we do know one thing for sure. The Royals are happy that this is a day game on a getaway day. And that's one thing the A's do. Usually a midweek day game or midweek game is during the day. So for a getaway for the opposing team, they'll be heading back in a 2-hour time change. Back to Minneapolis. And I think it's always good. The A's have their off day tomorrow. We'll enjoy that here.
A smash diving play. Mondesi gets up and he throws out Canha. Terrific play by Adalberto Mondesi. And with that, let's check in with Cara.
Guys, Liam Hendriks was the big award winner before the game today. First up was the Dave Stewart Community Service Award. Since 1996, Stu has been handing out this award to an A's player who has shown a lot of work in local and Northern California charities. Hendriks and his wife Christy are very involved in dog charities, including Tony La Russa's Animal Rescue Foundation, Petco Animal Foundation, all sorts of dog charities since they have 5 pets of their own at home. He's also very involved in cyberbullying with MLB's strikeout bullying campaign. Next up, Hendriks is also the finalist for the A's for the Roberto Clemente Award. The finalists will be announced during the World Series, and fans, you can vote MLB.com/Clemente21 to put some votes in Liam Hendriks' box. So hopefully he is the overall winner for the league. And guys, I understand you'll be hearing from Hendriks himself coming up in the 3rd inning. Can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Yes, Liam Hendriks is going to join us in the 3rd, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Get to talk to the closer.
See, now, before this year, he probably would not have been available. He'd have to be available in the bullpen. So now that he's a closer, yeah, maybe he can spend some time because of that. And he's done a fantastic job. Did it again last night.
Yeah, if Bob calls his name in the 3rd inning, something weird is going on. 2-2 to Ramon Laureano with Chris Davis to follow.
Probably strange for Bob Melvin to say, hey, you have to pitch this suspended game because you were on the mound in Detroit. That was before he became the A's closer.
Laureano stays alive, reaches for it. Nice play. A's access. He's got the lanyard on. My guess is if he's not an A's access member, probably doesn't make that play. It gives you extra powers.
Yeah. Also knows that with that lanyard and that access, he's got access to postseason tickets, which the A's hope that would be the case for a lot of people.
Maybe host the wild card.
That would be tremendous.
Laureano the other way. Foul again.
Well, Cap, there is one gentleman who, while everybody hopes, and fans and players and broadcasters hope the A's play here, there's one guy who has to figure out a lot of different scenarios. His name is Mickey Morbido. He has to try to figure out if this happened, what happens, and hotels, flights, the whole thing. So Mickey is doing his normally great job to get everything ready.
A's have a 2-game lead over the Rays for the #1 wild card spot, and what helps the A's here with the Rays and the Indians, the A's have the tiebreaker against both of those teams. So really, technically, with that tiebreaker, Ray, that you could make the case that the A's have a 3-game lead.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because the Rays would have to not tie the A's, they would have to finish a game ahead of them. If they tie, the A's would host the wild card game, so that's a plus. And Wednesday, October 2nd is the date of the American League wild card game. Swing and a miss, so long at bat, but Laureano strikes out.
Then it took him 10 pitches, but Danny Duffy got the strikeout. Ramon fouled off 5 2-strike pitches and went off speed. You see that more and more. Surprised it took him as long as it did to go to the pitch, which is a good one for him.
Duffy's been on the injured list a couple times this year. Pitching well in the month of September. Now the race for the top spot in the American League, the Astros and the Yankees tied for the best record. So we have been keeping a close eye on that, because whoever wins the wild card game plays the team that finishes with the best record. And the Astros have the tiebreaker over the Yankees. So they are both 99 and 53.
And really, that is so important, and I agree with you as you go down the stretch. You know, for those teams, unless they do clinch, in their case of those two teams, they clinch the home field advantage. Whoever they play, they're going to be playing to win, and so that's actually Yankees play the Rays. What is it, next week?
Chris Davis hits a high pop-up down the right field line. Starling over there, and he's got it. 3 up, 3 down inning for Danny Duffy. When we come back, we will chat with Liam Hendriks. Looking forward to it. No score after 2. Royals and the A's scoreless, top of the 3rd from the Coliseum. Homer Bailey back to work, and we get a chance to speak with the closer, Liam Hendriks. Liam, how you doing?
I'm doing good, guys. How about you?
We're doing great. Congratulations, Dave Stewart Community Service Award winner. Nicely done.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I know you and your wife Christy very, very involved, and tell us kind of your thoughts behind some of the things that you do get involved in, because you do a great job.
Yeah, we got a couple balls in the air. We do some stuff with animal rescue, so we deal with not only Tony La Russa's Animal Rescue Foundation, which is local around here, but also Players for Pits, which is based out of Chicago, Mission Canine, which works out of the Houston area, and Remember Me Thursday, which is just an organization that sheds a light on making sure that animals are loved and know that the euthanasia list is huge, and we need to try and limit as much as we can.
How much does it help you as a pitcher to be able to do all the things you do as far as what you and Christy do in the community?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's a way for us to say I have a bad game like I did a couple nights ago, just be able to rebound and kind of, look, I may not have done it on the field today, but I can do what I can in the community. So we're going to a Boys and Girls Club tonight after the game. And just going to speak about our Strikeout Bullying campaign, which works with Stand for the Silent, which is just going into schools, making sure everybody knows that they're not alone if they're being cyberbullied, that there are other avenues out there. And that they can go out there and have a shoulder to lean on, just so they're not alone. Realize that this does happen. I mean, I got a bunch of messages on my Instagram the other day after I didn't have the best of outings in the night game. So it's something that it's pretty common. So I'm just trying to do what I can to raise awareness and stop the youth suicide rate, which is skyrocketing right now.
Well, that is awesome. Keep up that great work. So we were told you have 5 pets in your house. Give us the breakdown. Dogs, cats,
so we have
lizards. What do you got?
Well, I mean, if you want to throw that in there, we have 2 dogs. We have Stella and Jack. Stella's a Chihuahua and Jack's a Terrier mix. And then we have 5 cats. So we've got Henry and Leroy. Then we have Mitchell Pritchett, Temperance Brennan, and Winnie Cooper.
What was that last one?
Winnie Cooper from the Wonder Years. So it's, we've got that, and if you want to add in, we've got Bill Gators, who's the alligator out the back of our house in Florida. We've currently got a couple squirrel feeders out the back of our place out here. So we've got Stevie Nicks and Freddie Mercury that run around as well. So we're trying to keep it creative with the names.
That is nice. I like that.
That's great.
So you learned this week to have, you know, a shortened memory. So you struggle on Monday, you come back last night, and you dominate. Is that something that you've had to learn being the closer, or do you feel like you always kind of had that, the ability to put a tough outing behind you and come back the next night and be successful?
I think it makes it easy going back out the next night. To be honest, you don't have to dwell on it. You don't have to sit on it and be like, okay, well, like I struggled last night, and then it's all of a sudden you sit for a couple days and you just dwell on it like, okay, well, what happens if I don't have it now? Every time I come on this, it's such a short inning. So
Let's
you guys,
go. We'll stay around.
Yeah,
Get you 6 more innings.
We're going to hold
you guys need to have me some more.
You're good till the bottom of the 8th. So no score, bottom of the 3rd, with Sean Murphy to lead it off as we continue our conversation with Liam Hendriks. Liam, you were talking about you like getting back out there quickly if you have a tough outing.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a way for you to just clean the slate. It definitely makes things easier when you got the defense behind us like we do. So, I mean, we've got obviously the 2 Gold Gloves and the Platinum Glover at 3rd, but I mean, I'm assuming, well, I'm hoping that we get another one added at shortstop this year, because it's just a tribute to how much hard work he's put in, and he's been absolutely phenomenal behind us. So we've got the possibility of having 3 Gold Gloves on the infield just this year, and that's unbelievable.
And by the way, we want this half inning to be long.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
okay, so the top is okay. But, you know, both you and your wife, Christy, are very involved in the community. Who initiated it? You, Christy, both? How did that work out where you got involved, and obviously your wife with you, but how did this all start within the family?
I think it was a bit of both. I mean, we both have dealt with players that have done a lot in the past, and like a lot of teammates I've had, especially with the Jays and the Twins, they did a lot in the community. So it's just one of those things where we came over to the A's and we're like, okay, what can we do? And it kind of ran from there. So it's a bit of both. She does a lot of the legwork, so she deserves all the credit no matter what. But at the moment, I'm just kind of the face, and I'll be doing stuff like this to try and raise as much awareness as we can. Get through there.
Bounce to short. So last night, Liam, you set the record.
Yeah.
Most strikeouts by a reliever in athletics franchise history. Not just Oakland, but athletics franchise history. That goes back a long ways. Congratulations, you. One more strikeout than Raleigh Fingers. Not too shabby.
No, it's a pretty cool accomplishment. Once I got out, like my goal at one season, at one point in my career, all I wanted to do was get over 100. Obviously, it's a tall feat. There's not too many guys that are able to do it, and luckily this year I was able to knock it off. And then I looked at the Australian record. I got told about that one. I was like, okay, well, 111 is now my next goal. And I mean, I still didn't think I ever had a chance of getting anywhere close to Raleigh, but I mean, just to be able to be anywhere near that realm is a big deal. So it's just it's a tribute to how, like, this year I've just been able to do what I need to do, and luckily they've swung at some bad pitches. That's always good.
Yeah. Well, you throw that hard curveball / slider, whichever it is, and you throw it as hard as you do, you're going to get a lot of strikeouts. But, you know, Liam, you mentioned about Australia and setting the record for most strikeouts as an Australian-born pitcher. What does that mean to you for your home country as far as baseball, helping baseball?
At the end of the day, anytime you can bring baseball to the forefront in Australia is a big deal. Whether it be a strikeout record, whether it be making the All-Star team, whether it be just having a good season, that's our goal at the start of the year. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to get more kids to play baseball, more kids to come over to the States and make a career of this. So right now we've got 2 guys in the big leagues with me and Lewis Thorpe with the Twins, and I'm hoping this record doesn't last very long. I'm hoping that if Thorpe gets an opportunity next year to start and be a starter for the Twins, he goes out and is able to smash it and be not even close. So at the end of the day, I'm not hoping to hold this forever. I want the game of baseball in Australia to advance.
So Liam, I've never been to Australia. I heard it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Tell me a good Tell me a good vacation spot to go in Australia.
Well, like I live in Perth. Perth's a great place to go if you're just going to want to lay low, hang out by the beach, have some good coffee, and just hang out and do that. But
that's it. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm staying at your house. I'm going.
The touristy stuff's obviously Sydney. You got really good beaches in Brisbane and stuff like that. And then if you want to do any sporting events, that'll be in Melbourne. So yeah, you get out of the Aussie Open, the tennis in January. You've got the cricket, which we just retained the Ashes, so that's a big deal in Australia for cricket. So that's pretty exciting. But every time I go back, we always make sure to check out the Big Bash League cricket, because at the end of the day, I love every sporting event I can get to.
You have to explain your nickname for the Players Weekend.
So it was actually given to me by Roberto Osuna, who's now the closer for the Astros. So don't hold that against me. But when we were teammates with the Jays, I throw a lot of sliders, and the way I pronounce slider is that's how it stuck. He just would consistently wear me out. It was like slider, 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 and I was like, I don't really have a nickname other than Hendo or LJ, which is the common ones that I get. But it's not something that is that I wanted something different. That's not just an abbreviation of my name.
Slider. I love it.
Yeah, so it came out right on the back of a jersey, so it's not too bad.
Couldn't see it that well, white on white. But that's a different story.
I mean, it was an interesting choice for the uniforms this year, but hey, I think I threw against the Giants. I had a scoreless inning, so I mean, I'll wear whatever jersey gives me a scoreless inning no matter what.
Noisy fouls it. We're speaking with Liam Hendriks. So when you look back on this season, Liam, whatever happens, you're going to have a smile on your face.
Yeah.
What's going to stand out for you?
I think at the end of the day, it's like I've got 23 saves this year. It's the third most by an Australian-born pitcher, and the other two have been done by Grant Balfour. So I think he had 24 and 38. I'm going to go ahead and say 38 is a little bit out of the realm of possibilities.
Maybe
but,
next year.
I mean, I'm just hoping to finish the season healthy and then go deep in the playoff run, and then nothing else matters. As soon as the postseason starts, if we make it, hopefully we do, but if we make it, there will be the regular season doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're trying to win a ring.
What I want to see is you accept the Roberto Clemente Award while you're pitching for the A's in the World Series. How would that be?
I mean, that would be incredible. Obviously, that trophy's it's a cool looking trophy too. Like, it's not a bad one at all. And then just to be among some of the other guys that have won it, like I think the guy you look for any time with this is Curtis Granderson. I mean, he does so much work. He does everything. Just to be able to, like, I'd love to have a conversation with him about stuff that he's done, because I think he won it last year, I believe. And he's just absolutely incredible of what he's been able to do off the field, and then he's just been around forever as well. Like, the guy's had a hell of a career, but he's done a lot more. He's had a lot more impact off the field than he has on, and that's what I want to leave this game doing. I want to have a lot more impact off the field than on.
Liam, one of the Roberto Clemente finalists, as each team gets one finalist named, and then the winner is chosen and given the award during the World Series. So that's a big deal.
And you can vote for it. That's, as Kara just said, you can vote for it, and we encourage everybody to vote for Liam, considering everything that you and Christy do in the community. I do want to ask you, and I know we don't have a lot of time, well, hopefully it's longer, but in a case where you said you want to talk to Curtis Granderson, how many guys talk to you about what you and Christy do in the community? How much does that help get them involved as well?
I think it's just you lead by example. So for me, it's just going out there and making sure I do whatever I can in the community, and putting my best foot forward. And hopefully, guys will be able to take over the state afterwards.
Liam, thanks for joining us. We'll see you in Australia this offseason. All right?
All right.
Perth, I believe,
the
is
coffee
where I'm
house.
headed. Yes, coffee house and the
guys.
beach.
Thanks for having me. Huh?
See you, man.
Thank you, Liam.
So we got a scoreless game, just one hit so far in the game. Top of the fourth inning with Mondesi to lead it off. And the first pitch from Homer Bailey in first strike. Always fun to talk with Liam Hendriks. Probably, let me think. I'm going to say, just off the top of my head, probably the best interview on the team.
No question.
What do you think?
No question. And also very available.
Yeah.
Which I think that from those of us who do all the interviews and you know what he just did on TV, very personable young man and knowledgeable and good interview.
It looks like he's got a little bit of a idea what's going on away from the baseball field as well.
Yeah, that's good. And I felt what he said, where it got his mind off what happened Monday night to go out. And that probably is the biggest thing. The last thing you want to do as a player, regardless pitcher or position player, dwell on whatever you've not done. And you know, it's a tough game. And if you can find an avenue to get away from the game, and he obviously has done that.
Swing and miss. Strikeout number 3 for Homer Bailey.
The difference for Homer Bailey, he pitched against the Royals. He got 19 run support. This is a little different. Danny Duffy, very good against the A's, so he comes right back with good fastball. And remember, the splitter has worked well for him, and maybe you get the point as a hitter. You start thinking about the splitter. Fastball gets on you quickly, and Mondesi not able to make contact on an elevated fastball.
Here's Soler. Soler grounded out to third in the first inning. He is 3 for 10 in the series. A single, a double, and a homer. Homer Bailey pitching here at the Coliseum this year. 5 starts here with the Athletics, and he's 3-0 with a 2.93 ERA. On the right field line, it's going to be a long run for everybody involved, and it's going to drop foul.
You know, one of the concerns, and we have talked about the number of times that an A's batter has been hit by a pitch. And, you know, there's a different reasons. I think more than anything, just like the pitch that Bailey threw to Soler, it was not intentional. It got away, is up and in. Mark Canha, of course, seeing there, he's been hit a lot, but sometimes a pitch like that, while maybe not intentional, works well for the next pitches, because all of a sudden the pitch is away, maybe hitters don't dive as much. And that's why I think both sides of the plate for a pitcher are very important. And again, you're not out there to hit guys, but just move them around a little bit, let them know that you have the ability to pitch inside.
Yeah, the A's have been hit 84 times. That's the most in the American League and third most in the majors.
And really, last night, the hit by pitch to Canha turned out to be beneficial because he scored on the double by Brown. And so it's, again, I don't know that not a lot of pitches thrown intentionally to hit somebody. Look at this. And see how comfortable he was? I mean, that was a comfortable swing with 2 strikes. And it didn't go as far as Matt Olson's did, but it was a no-doubter.
3-2 pitch and a nasty one. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bailey.
Well, 3-2. We've seen a lot of A's pitchers throw fastballs. How about a breaking ball 3-2 to Soler? Sitting fastball, obviously, which is a good idea. Here comes the wrinkle, and flailed at it to try to make contact. Could not do it. And Homer Bailey with the strikeout. Nice mixture of pitches from the A's starting pitcher today. You have to do that to be successful at this level.
And here's Dozier. Dozier fouled out in the second inning. He is 2 for 10 in the series, both hits doubles. And that is lined, but it's foul. Talked about the Royals being patient with Dozier. He was a first-round draft pick. In fact, he was the 8th player taken in the 2013 draft. So they waited him out. Last year, he hit .229 in 102 games.
Well, the success at the minor league level is important in all organizations, and a team like the Royals in Mid-America, and you can see the batting leaders this month. A couple in there with Marcus Semien, of course, with the Athletics, but Merrifield and Hunter Dozier. Marcus hitting .359. But if you don't have a lot of revenue coming in, you have to develop within your system, and we've seen what the A's have done. See some of the players here now. The Royals have to do that.
looked like Dozier went, and he did. So Homer Bailey strikes out the side in the top of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth coming up. These will have the top of their order. But Monday, it's time to stand up to the powerful and fight back. Jimmy Smits introducing Caitlin McGee in Bluff City Law. Premieres this Monday on NBC. Pitchers duel. Danny Duffy and Homer Bailey. Homer Bailey, 4 innings, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit. Danny Duffy, 3 innings, no hits, and 3 strikeouts.
I think in the case of Duffy, who's had success against the Athletics, as you mentioned, the 4-0 record, I don't know that he thinks anything more than what's on the front, not necessarily the back, because names on the back change, but the name on the front doesn't. And I think you go into a series, you're thinking, and there's Marcus again.
And he's going to find the right center field gap. Marcus to second, and he's going to hold up there. So a leadoff double.
Isn't it amazing how, I mean, Duffy just went through the lineup the first time through, and then Marcus Semien, as he does so often, he does this. Pitch a little bit up and away instead of trying to pull it. He goes with it. The ball shoots into the gap in right center. And that is Marcus Semien at his best. The leader on this club in so many different ways. I thought what Liam Hendricks said, what an accomplishment that would be for Marcus to receive a Rawlings Gold Glove along with Matt Chapman and Matt Olson. That would be tremendous. I mean, he deserves it the way he's played both sides of the baseball.
So he has 39 doubles, 7 triples, and 31 home runs. So the A's with a runner in scoring position.
And again, the little things in the game of baseball in the month of September, getting it ready for October baseball, and this is one of them. Shift on the left side, Matt Chapman. I mean, even if he makes a mistake and hits the ball to the right side, they're playing him to pull the ball.
I think he was trying to go to right field there. Oh, Hearn, the first baseman, is playing between first base and second base, and even with the bag.
Really, for a left-handed pitcher, Danny Duffy falls off a little bit towards third base on a ball hit to O'Hearn. It's a foot race because he is halfway, 45 feet off the bag. You figure 90, half of that. That's about where he is off the bag at first.
Well, if it's a foot race, Chapman's probably going to win. So Duffy gets his 4th strikeout, and now Olson will step up.
Well, as I mentioned, Bob Melvin discussing this home run, and he said right-handers maybe, never seen a lefty in this ball. I'll be honest, I've never seen one hit this far. Lopez, as he put his hands up, that ball above the sweets, and even the guys, Marcus Semien, looked at that way. Sean Manaea couldn't believe it. I mean, that was a shot.
That home run was the 2nd longest this year. Matt Chapman hit a 453-foot shot. Did that on August 15th at home against the Houston Astros. That one is hit very high, right center, deep, but playable. So Bubba Starling grabs it. Marcus hustles over to third, 2 outs.
He just got under it, and of course the double he had a couple of nights ago against the Royals that skimmed the wall. This one very high, sounded great, the breaking ball, and kind of reached for it, and I think that's what kept it in the park, and he knew it right there. He knew he did not get it up, but watch as he extends, and that's because there's a breaking ball a little bit out in front, not the good fastball from Duffy, and just enough that he had to provide the upper body power on the swing, and wasn't enough.
So now it's up to Canha.
And I will say, and it's just the little things, and you get him over to third base, that's a sac fly, and it's a difference in the game. But Matt Chapman tried, couldn't get it done. That's up to Mark Canha to get a 2-out hit.
It's a strike. Canha thought it was low. 1-1 the count. Canha was robbed of a hit by Mondesi in the second.
Take a chance on that same hit now, as this one right in the front part of the strike zone, and again a quick look back to DJ Rayburn.
Now it's 1-2. Canha this year with runners in scoring position. A .218 average. That surprised me. Thought it would be better than that. Hit hard, but foul. Right past Marcus Semien, past Matt Williams, and all the way down into the bullpen.
There's Manny.
Manny doesn't work on Wednesdays. It's his day off. What do the players say? I need a day. I need a day. Swing and a miss. So Canha chases. The A's get a leadoff double. Cannot do anything with it, and we're moving to inning number 5. So 5th inning, no score. Each team with a hit. There's been one error. And Homer Bailey's coming off the 4th inning where he struck out the side. So here he'll face Gordon, O'Hearn, and Starling.
Well, if Homer Bailey was anything close to aware of what Danny Duffy has done against the Athletics, he knew this was going to be a challenge for him and for his ball club. So he's doing his part and has for the first 4 innings.
Gordon, center field, and that's a base hit. So there's been 2 hits in this game.
Well, this Friday we begin our celebration of you, the fans, with the kickoff of Fan Appreciation Weekend. The weekend includes 2 bobblehead giveaways and a fireworks show, all for the best fans in baseball. Clear your weekend schedule, throw on your A's gear, and head to the ballpark to celebrate the final regular season homestand of 2019. Grab your tickets by visiting athletics.com/tickets. Go there right now. Tickets for this weekend. It should be a good one. Fan Appreciation Weekend at the Coliseum.
So we get a look at the Mike Fiers bobblehead. That was his reaction after getting the final out of his no-hitter. Not too bad, as we always like to examine. Of course, the beard is going to stand out with Mike Fiers.
Got a razor? Cut it in half.
Probably that didn't go well. It's pretty good though. So O'Hearn strikes out. That's 6 strikeouts now for Homer Bailey.
Well, and there's the pitch again. Maybe not as good, but all running away from the left-hander.
So the last 4 outs by Bailey have been strikeouts. Starling tries to bunt. And if the ball hits Starling out of the batter's box, he's out. And it looked like it did. Bob Melvin wants to know why he wasn't called out.
And Greg Gibson coming down from first base, perhaps a better look at it.
Well, let's see.
Well, as he's going out, ball comes down. Where is his feet?
Hit him there. Yeah.
Right there, saying his left foot was still in the batter's box.
So it just goes as a strike, 0-1. Starling hit a fly ball to right field in the second. Strike in the inside corner. So Bailey jumps ahead 0-2. Remember, Homer Bailey's first 18 starts this year were with the Kansas City Royals. 7-6. Chapman's got it. Second for one. Noisy to first. Got him. 5-4-3 double play. The A's turn it. And Bailey gets out of it. And we are headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Mike Byers liked it. So did we. No score. All right, here's the upcoming calendar presented by Wendy's. Off day tomorrow and then 3 against the Rangers. That will wrap up the home portion of the regular season. And then the final road trip will go to Anaheim for 2, and we will go to Seattle for 4. So we certainly hope that somewhere on that Wendy's calendar, maybe there's a little celebration. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Ramon Laureano. Davis to follow, and then Murphy.
I still think one of the best things that Major League Baseball did was having the final game of the regular season. Everybody starts at the same time.
Yeah, that was, yeah, that's a good idea.
Make the adjustment for the West Coast, which would be a 12:05 start in Seattle, while the East Coast would start at 3:05 and Midwest accordingly. But no, that's great because everybody at the same time. We're talking about scoreboard watching, especially if teams are in the race or important games to be played.
Well, I think you mentioned it the other night when we were talking about when the A's were in Texas.
Yeah.
And we're battling the Mariners for a wild card spot, or what was it, 2014, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like we were getting ready to play the game, and I think you said Felix Hernandez, when he saw the A's score, he was pitching in Seattle. They just took him out.
Off the
because
bat.
The Mariners were out. They were not going to win. The A's won the game, and their game started 2 hours before the Mariners.
And of course, Felix was pitching because the Mariners, if they had won and the A's lost, then the A's and Mariners would have played a one-game playoff. And that's the importance for the Mariners. And you know, that 14 season, that's the year that the A's went to Kansas City and had the game that they'd like to quickly forget. But you know, the home field advantage is so important to have the crowd. The A's saw it in New York last year for the wild card game. Man, when you have the crowd in your favor, and it's a partisan crowd.
So Danny Duffy got his first big league win here.
That's right.
Way back in 2011. He won 4 games that year as a rookie. Look at some of the A's swinging the bats. That looked like Derek Barton right there.
That's right. 6 innings, 4 hits, couple of runs, walked 4, all of them scored. But that's the beginning, and that was 11.
So Duffy, when healthy, is pretty good. In fact, the Royals signed him to a long-term contract. Got a couple years left on that contract. Third-round pick of the Royals way back in 2007. So see what happens with a 2-0 count to Chris Davis. And a strike inside corner. Chris Davis hit a deep fly ball to right field in the second inning. Duffy has not walked anybody to go with his 6 strikeouts. And he walked him.
Well, last year in June, he did a great job as he went 7 innings. He struck out 10 batters. He had it all working. It's a game that Chris Bassett started for the Athletics, but a 2-0 victory for the Royals. And Danny Duffy, he's had some memorable games here. Of course, his first major league win, as we noted, and last year striking out the 10. He was also, and the guys in the broadcast booth for the Royals were talking about never seeing rain here. It was on April the 10th of 2012 that he was involved in a game that eventually the game was called at 11 o'clock. Rain delay to start the game, and that's what they were saying. We've never seen rain in California. Well,
that's
they
right.
did. They did it then. And it was Danny Duffy who started. Yeah, this guy's
tarp was off today. Yeah. Or I mean, I shouldn't say it was off. It was on. And it was away from the wall. Critters and all. So Murphy hits into the double play, and that will do it for the A's. So we are rolling along into the 6th, no score. NFL Week 3 is here, and Michael, Sarah, and Tim discuss all of the lines, plus they break down the vital news and updates to get you set for fantasy success. Watch the Daily Line weekdays at noon on NBC Sports Bay Area. So it is the top of the 6th inning. Not much going on offensively. Both pitchers sharp. Homer Bailey, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
But that a couple of back-to-back innings in which a hitter is attempting to bunt and try to get something going for Homer Bailey, who's been outstanding. The 2 hits to Alex Gordon, no walks, 6 strikeouts, and trying to keep the Royals right there till his club can come back.
Facing Viloria, Phillips, and then the top of the order, Whit Merrifield. Got him. 7 strikeouts.
Well, it's the same pitch, and man, it's working perfectly for him. Straight down and get the swing from Viloria. And he says it all right there with a great splitter from Homer Bailey. Yeah, we got clarification from David Feldman, the official score. Of course, he's a lot of times in the truck when doing the game. His official score today. But I said something last night on the cross-up, and the catcher went to the mound. I was half right. In safety, if there are no visits remaining, it's not counted. But in the case last night where the Royals had mound visits, it counted as a mound visit, and that's why the finger was pointed. And
gotcha.
You know, so thank you for David Feldman for clarifying that, because I knew there was a rule for safety, but only if there are none remaining.
Sort of makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, you from a catcher standpoint, been there, done that. You don't want cross-ups. No. I mean, you want guys to be on the same page. Otherwise, you get fingers like mine.
Pointing around the corner. Don't let Ray Fosse ever give you directions with his finger. He'll send you the opposite way. Like, Ray, you told me to go that way. Wait. There's David Feldman.
Yeah, there it is.
Which job is more important, being the official score or being the bug box dude? Bug box is actually pretty important in the TV world.
Yeah.
So Phillips strikes out, and right now Homer Bailey's rolling with the strikeouts.
And especially when Phillips was the one on Monday night was the problem for the Athletics. A good splitter, and you know, I think you're seeing maybe why the Royals hitters are trying to bunt on the first pitch and trying to get a fastball to bunt. But that's where the guys start thinking about another pitch besides the fastball first offering and going the split for the strikeout. But it's working well for him.
Down and into Whit Merrifield. Merrifield is 2 for 11 in the series, so the A's have done a good job against the Royals leadoff hitter, guy who has the most hits in the major leagues. Pitched him well. Fastball at 97 miles an hour.
See, that time he went fastball instead of the split with a couple of strikes. I think he feels so comfortable with it even in this pitch, or maybe even 3-2 when he threw the curveball to Soler to strike him out. It's been a good pitch for him. There it is.
So another strikeout. Bailey strikes out the side for the second time in the last 3 innings. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Still scoreless. Hey, this Friday, it's the last A's Authentic Fan Friday of the year. We're giving away Collector's Edition Matt Chapman cheer cards to the first 10,000 fans at the gate. And don't forget to swing by your Authentic Fan section by the Treehouse for cool prizes and to hang out at our pre- and post-game set. Bottom of the 6th inning, Pinder, Noisy, and then the top of the order. Danny Duffy so far 1 hit, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. So the Texas Rangers will be here over the weekend. Ray, see where Mike Fiers is going to start on Friday night. So that's good news. Threw a bullpen yesterday. Said he felt fine.
Yeah, they were saying Monday or Tuesday. Good to see it done last night, which puts him back in a rotation. And it was Texas when he had to leave early.
So Phillips grabs it. So Fiers against Mike Minor, good pitching matchup there. Brock Burke and Sean Manaea, Lance Lynn and Tanner Roark. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And these this week, Ray, are skipping Chris Bassett spot in the rotation. So it is possible that the A's may be thinking about Chris Bassett out of the bullpen if they were to make the postseason. That's a possibility.
Well, and they could with the off day tomorrow and the off day Monday. Kind of realign things. They have 6 starters. I think the surprising thing, Sean Manaea's not starting on Sunday. Stand alone.
So we'll see. I mean, it's just a talking point, if nothing else, but it is possible. And we got to remember, the A's, they don't have 5 starters; they have 6.
Yeah.
He fouls it back.
The Sunday pitcher for the Athletics, Sean Manaea, has done an exceptional job against the Yankees, the Tigers, the Rangers. The 1st, the 8th, the 15th, but will not be pitching this weekend.
Noisy again fouls it. He struck out looking in the 3rd inning.
Well, the one thing the A's will have next week, 6 consecutive games. So we'll see how they do. If they go 5, then the guy starting on Tuesday could pitch Sunday. And of course, a lot might depend on the necessity of the A's winning one of those games in the weekend in Seattle. Nice problem for the Athletics to have right now as they are leading the wild card race. The Astros are the Astros.
On the ground, backhanded nicely by Dozier. His throw is in time, 2 outs.
Well, make lifelong memories at the ballpark during the final regular season homestand of 2019. That includes right now. Kids 12 and younger can experience the rush of a postseason push. Purchase 1 regularly priced ticket and get 2 kids tickets for free. Don't miss out on the opportunity to create long-lasting memories with the whole family this September. To purchase your tickets, I encourage you to do it right now. You can visit athletics.com/family. 3 remaining. The regular season starts Friday.
Here's Here's the top of the order, Marcus Semien. He's been on base twice. He reached on an error in the first and then doubled in the fourth. So he has the A's only hit, and it was a leadoff double. The A's could not get him home. So why doesn't that surprise us on a day when the A's really are doing much of anything offensively? Marcus Semien's been on base twice. Center field, and that'll be another hit. 2 for 2.
Yeah, I think we see Marcus Semien. He probably is the one hitter that learns more about a pitcher after the first at bat than anybody we've seen in a while. Well, a little bit towards the end of the bat, knuckling towards center field, but Marcus with a 2-out hit, tremendous speed. And Chapman can get into one, even in a gap.
Marcus now 5th in the American League in total hits, behind Merrifield, LeMahieu, Devers, and Polanco from the Twins. Upstairs to Matt Chapman. Chapman hits one in the air, right center. In the ballpark, Phillips makes the catch, and that'll do it. A hit and a runner left. On to the 7th. No score.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
So Duffy and Bailey locked up in a good one. Mondesi, Soler, Dozier. Homer Bailey has 9 strikeouts. He struck out the side in the 4th. Had a single strikeout in the 5th. Struck out the side again in the 6th.
And that being just his 74th pitch in the 7th inning, that's pretty impressive to strike out that many and keep the pitch count down.
In the dirt. Rolled foul. So 1-2 to Mondesi, who has grounded out, and he has struck out. 4 for 11 in the series. And he got him. I'd say the splitter's working pretty good today, right?
I'd say it's been an outstanding pitch. I mean, you think of the one that he threw early in the game that did nothing, but he stayed with it, and it's been going down, and that's 10 Ks. And Kipe, you know, we talk about this guy has no-hitter stuff. Well, he's pitched 2 no-hitters.
Yes, he has.
And today is one of those days, with the exception of Alex Gordon, that he has no-hitter stuff. Splitter has been outstanding for the 10 strikeouts. But that's fine.
Probably not Soler's best swing.
I don't think he's looking for that pitch. The one he got, and maybe that was looking for a first pitch fastball, didn't get it. And good job by Murphy and Bailey to go against a pitch that he's been throwing consistently on the first one.
How about that? 10 strikeouts, 7 with the splitter.
He got Soler on a curveball, and then last at bat.
How about this? The last 10 batters, Ray.
Yeah.
8 strikeouts.
That's right.
And a double play.
Yeah.
1 hit, 8 strikeouts, and a double play.
That's a great combination. Beautiful combination.
Right field foul. 81 pitches for Bailey. Down the left field line, it is deep and it is foul. Into the Golden Road landing.
And fortunately, it kept hooking foul and landed in that area in foul territory.
This one down the left field line, could be trouble. It is fair, right off the base of the wall. Solaire's going to have to hustle, and he's going to make it. And that's a 1-out double.
We just knew the at bat by Solaire there was not going to be a good one from the A's standpoint. Fortunately, the one went foul, but this one, there's the curveball, went down to get it, and maybe he did not hit it as solidly as he's capable, and it stayed in the park. One hop the wall. And fortunately, it's 1 out.
So the hitter will be Dozier meeting at the mound.
And it usually does not take long for the bullpen to get going, even though Homer Bailey's had a tremendous start. Give up a hit, put a runner in scoring position. You know, the guy who has 2 of the 3 hits is in the on-deck circle.
So with the meeting at the mound, Petit and Diekman get up. Dozier tonight, or today, a pop out to first and a strikeout. He swings through that one.
Tanner O'Rourke came out when Gordon came up with runners at second and third on Monday night. Let's see what Bob Melvin would do with Gordon in the on-deck circle. Of course, Dozier, the key batter right now.
Checked his swing. Yes, he did. Greg Gibson, the first base umpire, says, yep.
Well, it fooled again was Dozier and just went too far. And we have seen some guys with fooled swings throughout this game that Homer Bailey has faced. And that's been a thing of beauty. If you're looking from the A's standpoint.
There's the pitch count at 86. He's not had a real terrible inning pitch count wise. Royals bullpen obviously quiet. Got it. Another strikeout. That's 11.
Now Homer Bailey just continues to pitch extremely well. Curveball. Stayed up a little bit, and this intentional walk to Alex Gordon, not surprising, as good strikeout pitch to Dozier. So the only problem, you're facing another lefty, but it's O'Hearn who is not done as well as Gordon. As a matter of fact, Gordon with 2 singles, O'Hearn with 2 strikeouts. So Gordon intentionally walked.
Number 66, Ryan O'Hearn.
So all the K's forward, which would indicate all strikeouts with swings. 11 all swinging. Career high is 12.
And the first pitch to O'Hearn is inside. O'Hearn, 2 strikeouts. So now O'Hearn in the driver's seat at 2-0.
But the thing about Bailey and throwing his curve, his splitter, this is a count that he doesn't have to throw a fastball if he doesn't want to. He can. Maybe the hitter would be looking for something off speed.
Down the left field line, but it'll be foul. It's past the A's bullpen. Big bounce. Never moved. Can't find it. It's hard to imagine how a little white ball could be hidden. I don't think anybody's found it yet. Right there for a strike, 2-2. So the crowd, 16,714.
Back-to-back fastballs, and they go to split, try to. I mean, I would think third time through the batting order, the Royals hitters are a little bit confused as far as what Bailey's doing, because he's had such great command of all of his pitches. That makes it tough on a hitter.
Foul back. Good swing there by O'Hearn. Nice block by Murphy. So the count is full. That'll have the Royals base runners taken off.
I'd say he could throw it again. If he walks O'Hearn, he might not face Stark. So he might as well strike him out. A good split.
And that one is looped to left field. Coming in is Pinder. Pinder dives in. He caught it.
Wow.
He caught it.
Wow. Unbelievable play.
So Pinder saves one run, and who knows, he may have saved two.
I think probably two, because there's no way Canha could get to him. So there is the catch. Rolled over, the wrist held on. And there is a game saver right there. What a tremendous play by Chad Pinder, and the crowd likes it.
A's Baseball on NBC Sports California is brought to you by Provident Credit Union Super Reward Checking. We pay you. And by Ram Trucks. Hurry in now for great deals during the Ram Summer Clearance event.
That was the big home run last night by Matt Olson that tied it. And another tight one today. No score, bottom of the 7th inning.
What do they say, Kite? That close games, defense and pitching will win a lot. Homer Bailey just got a tremendous play from his left fielder. And if the A's can score a run or more, it'd be great.
Yeah. Pinder. It was a great catch for like 3 different reasons. I mean, he has obviously had to make sure the ball didn't touch the ground, and that was difficult. But he got his glove turned around, jammed his wrist a little bit. This has a chance to fall. No, nice play by Dozier. But then he kind of rolled over, and his glove got under his foot, but he would not let that ball hit the ground.
Well, we have said often that you have to know when to dive, when not to dive. That's the time to dive. And I think he's rolling over, feeling right there. He rolled his wrist, but able to hang on to the glove. And then when he rolled over, he had to really feel the pain right there, because that has to be painful. But what a tremendous play. Big glove. See the webbing? And they reacted last night like that with the home run by Olson, and even more so the great defensive play. And those are all pitchers.
Swiss Army knife.
That's right. That is Pinder.
It's a good poster.
That's a great poster. Yeah, Homer Bailey loved it. Yeah.
With the runner's moving 3 and 2. It may have scored 2.
I think you're right, because diving, unless you knock the ball down, can get up. It's going to scoot past him. With the outfield being the way it is, it probably would have done the latter. And I agree with you. 2 runs would have scored. Gordon's at first with good speed. Bailey reacting. You got to react that way. And you know, if you pitch 2 no-hitters, it takes plays like that to pitch a no-hitter, but also plays like that to help you win a game. That's what the A's are trying to do.
Canha out in front, hooks it foul. 2-1 the count. The Rays will be at Dodger Stadium again tonight, wrapping up that 2-game series. Dodgers won last night over the Rays 7-5, so the A's got a little help from the Dodgers. So Rays and Dodgers tonight, and then Tampa Bay will be off on Thursday. And they will host the Red Sox this weekend. A's with a 2-game lead over the Rays for the top wild card spot. Scott Barlow warming up. And the Indians will play game 2 of their 3-game series at home against the Tigers. Warming up for the Athletics. So the Indians and the Tigers tonight, and again tomorrow. And the Indians will host the Phillies over the weekend.
What is the O saying? Somebody has to play an interleague game the final weekend of the season. That's the way it works. 15 and 15.
Going to have to. Somebody's going to do it.
Somebody has to do it.
That's the final weekend, Ray. The Indians are at Washington.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Canha shoots one foul right side. Yankees have a magic number of 1. They play just a little bit later on this afternoon at home against the Angels, so the Yankees can wrap up the American League East tonight. Astros are close. They have a magic number of 3. So do the Atlanta Braves. Left field. Gordon going back. Gordon near the wall, leaps up, catches it, bangs into the wall, falls down and holds on.
Is he any good or what? Rob Profar Monday. And Rob's Canha here. Canha did that one-handed. And Gordon, as good as there is in left field with a 6-time Gold Glover, and he does not think about the wall. Warning track had to be worked on prior to the game, and he knew very quickly that he was going to face plant right into the wall, but he held on to the ball. I mean, he's got the chain link fence in Kansas City that he has to deal with in left field, but that's another defensive play.
There's the warning track behind Gordon, and that's the area that the A's grounds crew worked on a lot before the game. And as we mentioned at the beginning of our telecast, Ray, that is the area that was worked on, and that's why we had a half-hour late start.
Exactly.
They were worried about the warning track and very wet.
But I think they did a great job to harden it, because just like with Gordon going back on the ball when he planted the foot and then went again, if you think about the softness of the warning track, if you go down, you may roll your ankle. Who knows? You could fall down. But obviously it did not affect him, because he made a tremendous play.
One and two now to Ramon Laureano. 100 pitches for Duffy.
And it could be that both pitchers, looks like Petit's going to pitch the A's for the A's, and looks like the end of the line might be there for Danny Duffy as well.
Just foul by much.
Duffy pitching out of the stretch all the time, and that's a quick pitch. And some say that if you're a hitter, an offense is tough, because out of the stretch, nobody on base, the pitcher can do anything he wants. Doesn't have to come to a pause. And that time Duffy went into a very quick delivery and almost got Laureano.
Laureano has struck out twice, both times swinging. On the ground to short, scooped up by Mondesi. And Danny Duffy rolling along. He has a 3-up, 3-down inning. We're moving to the 8th, still no score.
Time now for the play of the day, brought to you by your California Ford dealers. Homer Bailey, 11 strikeouts. Split finger fastball was outstanding today. What an odyssey. Homer Bailey, 7 innings pitched. He had 1 intentional walk, 11 strikeouts, all swinging with the outstanding splitter curveball combination. Occasional fastball, but his splitter was outstanding today. And congratulations to Homer Bailey. 7 innings of 3-hit baseball. Great play defensively by Chad Pender. Turns it over to the bullpen. Yusmeiro Petit.
So Petit will face Starling, Valoria, and Phillips, the bottom 3 in the order. Yusmeiro Petit making appearance number 76, the most in the American League. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and smog experts. 5-3, 2.77 ERA. Nice little roll going for Petit. He's allowed just 1 run in his last 13 1/3 innings pitched. So Petit last year pitched in 74 games. This year he's at 76. Foul back. Jake Diekman is 2nd in the league with Liam Hendrickson games pitched. Soria is also in the top 8 on that leaderboard.
Soria's done a great job each of the last 2 games in the 8th inning. So good to see him back pitching again and pitching well.
Strike 3 call. Starling gets called out on strikes. Let's check out our T-Mobile connection to the game. Most home runs in a season by first baseman in Oakland A's history. Mark McGwire on top. Mark McGwire 2nd. Mac 3rd. Big Mac 4th. And then Matt Olson, he'll keep climbing up that list. And his name will be on that list multiple times before it's all over. Eight home runs this month for Matt Olson. Oh, 2 the count to Valoria. He has struck out twice.
Well, as we expected, it looks like the end has come for Duffy as well. Bullpen activity. Yusmeiro Petit replacing Homer Bailey, who pitched great. Duffy also pitched very well. It's amazing how pitch counts will get you.
Yep. No matter how good you're pitching.
That's right. I still think hitters, when they're being dominated by pitchers, they say get him out of there, get somebody. And I think of Jack Morris, 10 innings. You know, one thing he talked about too is the crowd, and he mentioned the importance of playing whatever type of a game it might be, and especially a wild card game, to have a home field advantage with your crowd on hand.
Canha going back. He's got room, and he grabs it. So 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. And that'll bring up Brett Phillips.
Good fastball hitter.
We do know that.
Especially on 2-0 count.
Number 14, Brett Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips has hit 2 home runs this year, both against the A's. Remember, he hit one in Kansas City.
Yeah. Not as important as the one he hit Monday night, for sure.
This was the big home run on Monday that tied it in the top of the 9th.
2-0 fastball from Liam, and that's what he was referencing when he said bad night Monday. Of course, then it would give up run scoring double by Mondesi, but it followed an error by an unfortunate error by Ramon Laureano.
That one is drilled toward right, but Laureano's there, goes down into a little bit of a slide, and he grabs it, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Yusmeiro Petit. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It'll be Davis, Murphy, and Pinder. Game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Lots of zeros. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Royals. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the A's. So Danny Duffy and Homer Bailey both outstanding today. And what they got, Ray, was a workout.
They got a workout and a no decision, but both had to be very happy to be in the clubhouse with outstanding performance. Both of them.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and smog experts. Here's Scott Barlow. Barlow to face Davis, Murphy, and Pinder. Barlow pitched an inning and 2/3 on Monday night. But hit no runs with a couple of strikeouts. Falls behind 2-0. Outside corner with a fastball at 95 miles an hour. In the hole, Mondesi ranging to his right. So Chris Davis is retired. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Now batting, the catcher, number 12, Sean Murphy.
So that'll bring up the 8th place hitter, make it the 7th place hitter, Sean Murphy.
There's not been a lot of solid contact from the Athletics today. Well, Mark Canha hit probably one-handed. If it had a full swing on it, probably would have hit it out. Marcus Simeon's double to right center, but it's not been a lot.
That's the lefty Tim Hill. Saw him on Monday night. Pitcher and catcher thought it was a strike. DJ Rayburn did not. All the games in the National League are yet to get started. St. Louis beat Washington in the American League 5-1, so that couple playoff contenders battling there. Cardinals dropped their magic number to 9 with the win. And the Nationals losing, that just tightens up the National League wild card even more, if that's possible. Cats now have a 1-game lead for the #1 spot. The Cubs and the Brewers are tied for that second wild card spot. Murphy swings and misses.
Wow. Well, the final fireworks show of the season is this Saturday, and this time it will be the Evolution of Pop Fireworks Show. It's presented by Lagunitas. You won't want to miss the show with the first pitch at 6:07 p.m. The Evolution of Pop Fireworks Show is part of Fan Appreciation Weekend during the final homestand on the year. Get your tickets at athletics.com.
We're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Grossman who's going to hit for Pinder.
Could he ambush another pitcher for the third time this year? He's got a homer. He's got a triple. Just do it again. Everybody out of their misery. Just look, first pitch heater. See you later.
Number 8, Robbie Grossman.
He's 5 for 19 with a home run this year. Pinch hitting is Grossman.
A home run in Toronto.
First pitch to Grossman. Stays outside.
You think that in the advanced scouting meeting that the Royals had, they say, if Robbie Grossman comes up, be careful of the first pitch fastball.
Yeah, well,
it spreads.
You know it, I would guess they know.
And listen, with the video and all the scouting, I mean, everybody knows everything now.
One and one the count. Pinder, while he was in there, went 0 for 2. One-hop shot. Nice play by Mondesi. He was right there, so well positioned was the Royal shortstop. 3 up, 3 down inning, and we are moving to inning number 9. So top of the 9th inning. A 0-0 game, and Yusmeiro Petit facing the top of the Royals lineup. Merrifield, Mondesi, Soler. Robbie Grossman, after pinch hitting for Pinder, stays in the game. Straightaway defense against Whit Merrifield, although Chapman maybe hugging the line just a little bit. Try to take away a double.
And playing shallow now, moving back a little bit at third base. He normally plays on the outfield grass. Merrifield very aggressive and can bunt.
He's behind in the count 1 and 2. Strike 3 call. Merrifield can't believe it.
Yusmeiro Petit with that delivery, man, from a hitter standpoint, you don't know what he's going to throw. He can throw your fastball. Merrifield shaking his head that he didn't think so, but talk about paint. That's paint. Close paint. Spray paint.
It's a gift paint job is what it is.
Spray paint.
Swing and a miss by Mondesi.
There's your first pitch changeup.
Mondesi, a ground out and a couple of strikeouts. Back-to-back changeups, both good ones. And he tried to bunt, couldn't pull the bat back, and that's a strikeout.
Time now for the Ram drive of the game. How about some defense? How about Chad Pinder with a couple of runners on base? Here it is. Dive, roll, over catch, saved 2 runs. What a play, and let's hope his wrist is all right. Homer Bailey loved it, but unfortunately from the A's standpoint, Mark Canha looked like he had a chance, but Alex Gordon, 6-time Gold Glover. Someone saved my life today. Hoodie is the best, isn't it? But those are some great defensive play. Our Ram drives the game. Both defense, and you love it. That's how you win games. And Mondesi trying to bunt with 2 strikes. That's pretty impressive.
Won the count to Jorge Soler. Petit, if he's going to go inside, he's got to make a perfect pitch, and he just did.
And I think, Kai, we talked to Liam Hendricks in the 3rd inning, and the fact that this Petit is pitching both the 8th and the 9th would indicate that after pitching Monday and Tuesday, probably not available. Why not? That's
breaking
perfect.
ball, and Soler strikes out. So Yusmeiro Petit strikes out the side. Those guys like it, so do we. Bottom of the 9th coming up. So no score, bottom of the 9th inning. He's trying to walk it off, win a series. It'll be Noisy. He's going to hit, or I'm sorry, Profire's going to hit for Noisy. And then Simeon and Chapman. So the A's looking for a hero. They're looking for a little offense is what they're looking for.
Right.
So Profire against Barlow here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And the first pitch, Profire takes it low. Career pinch hitting numbers for Profire. He's 2 for 4 this year. Well, we tried to send us all home happy with a 1-0 victory.
Well, I'd like to see a ground ball to shortstop. It would be a base hit. The way the shift is playing Profire, 3 to the right side, and it's double action in the bullpen for the Royals. And A's have a reliever up just in case.
That would be deep. Oh, 2-2 the count. Profire trying to get on any way he can. Strike 3 call. And on the outside corner. Unfortunately for Profire, it looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, off speed, curveball, and right there. That is a perfectly thrown pitcher's pitch. And not only did he throw a perfect pitch, he threw it on 2-2 count. Shows the confidence to throw that pitch and throw it for a strike. You know, partner, the sun has come out, which means that the ball travels much better when it's warmer. So let's see if Marcus Semien, who has had a perfect day, he's been on base every time.
Tried to end it.
Yeah.
Marcus reached on an air, and then a double, and then a single. Ooh, we got a pitch to hit. Tried that breaking ball again. Well, the A's have just 2 hits in the game, both by Marcus Semien. The Royals have just 3 hits. 2 of those 3 by Alex Gordon. You got him. So back-to-back strikeouts for Scott Barlow.
And back-to-back on the same pitch. He threw it Profar, this curveball 2-2. He threw it to Marcus Semien 2-2. Hang one to Matt Chapman. And let him just hit it out. Let's go home.
Matt Chapman 0 for 3.
It's amazing to get 2 outs, and all of a sudden Diekman starting to throw harder and quicker.
So they shift for Matt Chapman, do the Royals. StatCast AI powered by AWS. So 2-0 now to Matt Chapman. Wendelken on the right.
Well, you know, Cap, they talk about cheating, looking for a pitch. 2-0 is a good time to cheat and look for your pitch.
Barlow
soft,
thinking the same thing, and dropped in an off-speed pitch for a strike.
And that's a good take. I mean, you don't want to swing at a pitcher's pitch like that and beat it in the ground, pop it up. So sit heater until you get to 2 strikes. You might get 1.
Well, now it's 3-1 to Chapman. Chapman with 34 home runs on the year.
Barlow's got to know that he's probably not going to face the guy in the on-deck circle.
And that one misses outside, and the A's get a 2-out base runner.
So he does go soft 3-1. He walks him, and that is his run at first base, and he's not going to be the one to face Olsen.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
A's Baseball on NBC Sports California is brought to you by Toyota. A fast, powerful lineup that will make sure you're safe at home. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. By Southwest, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Provident Credit Union Super Reward Checking. We pay you. By Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Wendy's Spicy Nuggets. Here for a limited time at participating restaurants. Wendy's, we got you.
Well, if you remember July the 30th, Matt Olson against Josh Hader. Fastball gone. Straight away center field. And day before was Matt Chapman. On the 30th, it was Matt Olson. And the dugout liked it. Josh Hader didn't like it. What, more home runs than singles? Josh Hader this year? That was a big one. A's walked it off against one of the hardest throwing lefties in the game. Tim Hill not, but he has that funky delivery, the drop down, throwing from second base delivery.
And the first pitch is popped up on the infield. And Mondesi, the shortstop, has it, and just like that, we are headed to extra innings. No score at the end of 9.
Now, Fans Baseball is always live with MLB at bat. Follow the action with game tracking and video highlights, along with up-to-the-moment stats, standings, breaking news, and more. Extra innings, and kind of interesting move by Bob Melvin to bring in Jake Diekman as Dozier, the right-hander, leads off, but he has 2 lefties to follow. And perhaps that would have been instead of Wendelken starting for 1 batter. And so hoping that Diekman can get a former teammate of his in Dozier, and then have a couple of lefties that he hopes to get out as well.
So Diekman, 4.88 ERA, 79 strikeouts in 59 innings. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and Smog experts. Profar stays in the game at second base. So Hunter Dozier to lead it off. How the A's doing in extra innings this year? They're 5-9. The Royals are 4-8. And Dozier could not hold up on that slider.
Amazing how players have a swing like that on the pitch when they're looking for, obviously, the fastball. Diekman with a good breaking ball and full Dozier.
That one catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Post pitch.
Trying to nail the outside corner. Came close, but just off the corner. According to DJ Rayburn, who's called a lot of strikeouts today.
Got it. Good slider by Diekman on 3-2. A's pitchers now have 16 strikeouts in this game.
You throw a slider like this, hitter's got to be looking fastball. You spin it up there, and it's close enough that looks like a strike, maybe out of the strike zone, but hard. I always say when you throw it that hard, hitters cannot adjust, and Dozier could not do that. So Diekman got his right-hander. Now a couple of lefties do up, although like the one lefty is not going to hit. Gordon always does.
Gordon's going to hit. Cuthbert has come out into the on-deck circle. So 1-1 the count. Could have been a strike. It would have been a pitcher strike. Gordon today, 2 singles, and then he was intentionally walked. Wendelken getting loose. Strike called to even it at 2-2.
Another matchup Monday night, 2-2 count on Gordon, and he punched a base hit to right side into the right field to drive in 2 to tie the game. He does shorten up with 2 strikes, and you watch him, especially against a lefty. He'll definitely shorten up and just try to put the bat on the ball.
Checks his swing there and did get a piece of it. So 2-2 to Gordon. Cuthbert, the right-handed hitter, waiting in the on-deck circle. Good take by Gordon.
When you shorten up, you can do that. Exactly what Gordon did, unlike what Dozier did, swinging at the 3-2. Gordon's always been a good hitter.
And he got it. Another slider. 17 strikeouts for A's pitchers.
Throwing the slider Monday night. He punched the ball, hit the ball to right field for the base hit. This time, though, hard thrown by Diekman. A good breaking ball. And it's a strike 3, whether he swung or not. Fortunately for Diekman, he gets the strikeout, and that's 2 consecutive and 5 consecutive for the A's pitchers, and that was going to be it. That's why Wendelken's loose for Cuthbert.
So Bob will take the ball from Diekman. Faced 2 hitters, struck them both out. So Wendelken coming in, top of the 10th, no score. So with 2 outs in the top of the 10th, maybe Wendelken comes up or comes in, and he's going to face the pinch hitter Cheslor Cuthbert. 25th appearance for J.B. Wendelken. Wendelken's been up and down 4 times with the A's this year. Trying to stick around. Cuthbert is pinch hitting for O'Hearn.
And the JB has done well. Of course, he went to AAA and tried to learn and try to pick up the slider. Good curveball, knuckle curveball, along with this in the upper 90s fastball. Everything is hard, and that kind of makes him good. He had 3 very good innings in Arlington, Texas.
He made a couple of good pitches here to Cuthbert, and now ahead in the count. Good pitch by Wendelken. Got it. Fastball up and in. So the A's pitcher strike out the side in the 10th inning. Again. All right, hero time. Canha, Laureano, and Davis coming up.
Well, it's been a great day pitching-wise for the Athletics. Started with Homer Bailey, who would strike out 11 and did a very, very good job for the Athletics today, striking out the side 4 times. Yasmiro Petit in relief of Bailey in the 8th inning. A couple of innings, struck out 4, did a great job, a good curveball and stinky fastball. Jake Diekman in, he strikes out the 2 that he faces and turns it over to J.B. Wendelken, who did the same for the final batter. So actually the last 6 outs for the Royals, all coming with strikeouts. Struck out the side in the 4th, the 6th, the 9th, and the 10th. I don't know that I've seen that, but today the A's have done it, and don't want to look at the 11th. Try to get it done now. Only 5 hits total in the game.
Mark Canha to lead it off.
Fitting? Would it be?
Kevin McCarthy is the new pitcher. McCarthy 4-2 with a ERA right at 5. Well, you know what they say about if it's your shirt giveaway day.
Might as well.
So 0-2 to Mark Canha. Canha's 0 for 3 in the game. Cheslor Cuthbert stays in the game at first base. Canha looking for his first hit today. Another foul ball. Tim Hill goes a 1/3 of an inning. He got Olsen for the final out in the bottom of the 9th. That was his job, and he did it.
And that would be okay next year under the new guidelines. Finish the inning.
Yep.
1 batter. See if that does change in baseball next year.
Up the middle, and that's a base hit to open up the bottom of the 10th. So it is indeed time for the A's to wrap up a victory here.
Mark Kellen with an elevated pitch, and why not just do that? Take it up the middle, protect with a couple of strikes. He does that and gets the A's started in the 10th inning.
Here's Laser Ramon.
Swing by Mark Canha. Uneventful day for him with exception of this hit leading off the 10th.
See if Laureano squares the bunt. He does not, and pitches inside. Dozier, the third baseman, is a step onto the grass.
And if he can get Dozier, the third baseman, stay there and hit a rocket past him, that will accomplish it by getting in thinking about a bunt. A's do not sacrifice a lot.
Strike on the outside corner. Rosario, lefty, now up in the Royals bullpen. Tapped toward Matt Williams, but foul. Canha has above average speed. He is the runner at first after the leadoff single. Facing Kevin McCarthy. Bouncer into left field, a base hit. Canha takes a look at the left fielder. He's going to stay at second. Well, Dozier might be playing in a step or two. And
too far. I thought 2 strikes. You know, it's okay, but to stay there with a couple of strikes, that fastball running in, and look where Dozier's playing, and to his left is the ball, a high chop. He couldn't get it. And, you know, there's a time, and of course, I guess they feel to play relatively shallow, but boy, that's very shallow. And now, Chris Davis, you don't expect him to try to sacrifice, so might as well just end it with a base hit. And that's a couple of great at-bats by the Athletics in this inning, and Canha and Laureano both with a couple of strikes.
So now we're going to get a mound visit. Deloria.
If Chris Davis bunted to third base, he might get a base hit because Dozier's going to be playing so deep. But the old saying is, you don't ask somebody to do something they've not done before. So JD and Ramon Laureano, while you cannot take a guy out of second base, but he can get a big lead with Cuthbert playing well off the bag at first.
First pitch to Davis. Foul back. So you don't think Chris Davis has sacrificed bunted a whole lot in his career?
I know.
Not even in college or high school?
Probably not.
KD, lay one down for us. All right? Help the team. How about if I pump one into the bleachers?
That's right.
Help the team.
Just a base hit. Who cares? Hit it on the ground hard, which both runners have to go because first and second. Like he did on Monday, the base hit up the middle.
Right field line, and it is foul. Inside out by Chris Davis, trying to win it for the A's.
Now that's a fastball that he a lot of times will put in the seats. But you're right, inside out, and trying maybe to find the gap on the right side where it is there for him.
So KD behind in the count 0-2. Sean Murphy is the on-deck hitter. 0-2 pitch, way off the plate. Swing, miss, he struck him out. So that is the first out here in the 10th inning.
Challenged him, and AD, no contact. Goes up a little bit. It's McCarthy and Herrera last year when Danny Duffy went 7 innings against the A's, that 2-0 game. Well, it's not hard to say that nobody really has done anything today. Actually, in this inning, the A's had a chance in the 4th inning with a leadoff double, but 0 for 3 at the runner at scoring position.
Murphy pops it up. He'll be into the seats. Sean Murphy today, a couple of ground outs, one of them into a double play and a strikeout, so he's 0 for 3. Grossman is the on-deck hitter. Close pitch, called the ball inside a little bit, I guess.
He's got the two-seam fastball, likes to run down and in, which he does, trying to get a ground ball. It's not a bad pitch.
And he ran it in on Murphy, and Murphy went after it. That's a tough pitch to handle there.
Especially inside like that. His ball's running in. Actually, the pitch before was a little bit better. You have that kind of a two-seam fastball running in like that. It's hard for a right-hander with a right-handed pitcher, especially if he starts middle of the plate and goes inside.
1-2 pitch. And that's a big bouncer up the middle. Merrifield flips to second, and he is out.
Wow. That is a great defensive play.
So close play at second base. Merrifield flipped it to Mondesi. Let's take a look.
And it's a force. So there is going back, and Ramon Laureano. Ned Yost's going to go to his bullpen again. Well, the defensive alignment helped there.
So we're going to have a pitching change with Robbie Grossman, the scheduled hitter, and the A's have the winning run at third base with 2 outs. Well, there's the situation. Bottom of the 10th, the A's need a base hit to win it, or maybe a wild pitch or a pass ball or an error. Take any of those to get Mark Canha home from third base. So Grossman's going to hit, and he's going to face Randy Rosario, who's 1-0 with a 5.40 ERA. So he is a lefty, and Grossman will hit from the right side. Grossman against lefties this year. And remember, he is a switch hitter. 180. Runner goes, the ball's bounced to Mondesi. Mondesi, throw across, and they called him out.
He was safe and out, got his foot back on.
Cuthbert's foot was off the bag, but he had just enough time to get it back. So Greg Gibson said safe originally.
Why?
And then he called him out when Cuthbert got his foot back on the bag.
There's no reason. Let the play finish.
So he did get his foot back, and that ends it. So the A's strand a pair, and we're on to inning number 11. Still no score.
Fans, this Friday we begin our celebration of you, the fans, with the kickoff of Fan Appreciation Weekend. The weekend includes 2 bobblehead giveaways and a fireworks show, all for the best fans in baseball. Clear your weekend schedule, throw on your A's gear, and head to the ballpark to celebrate the final regular season homestand of 2019. Grab your tickets today by visiting athletics.com/tickets.
So top of the 11th inning. Nobody wants to score today, Ray. What's the problem? Good pitching, that's the problem. Both starters were terrific. Homer Bailey and Danny Duffy. And now the bullpens have settled in. J.B. Wendelken struck out Cuthbert to end the 10th. And he'll face Starling, Valoria, Phillips, the bottom three. Petit went 2 innings after Bailey's 7, then Diekman 2/3, and Wendelken the last out last inning.
I'm surprised Greg Gibson called this ball as quickly as he did, because Mondesi threw it, and usually wait till the play is completed. It's not as if it was a bang-bang play. But Gibson called it safe, and then, of course, when Cuthbert got back on the base.
A little flare right center. That's going to be a hit. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Royals here in the 11th. So they will try to execute offensively.
Well, it wasn't a line drive, but the way things are going, you take anything to get on base, and so Starling did.
So here's Valoria, the catcher. Let's see if he attempts a bunt. Chapman even with the bag, maybe a step onto the grass. And he bunts it, and it hits fair, then kicks foul. The A's bullpen is quiet.
We just have to wonder how many or who's not available.
Day to day, right?
Yeah.
And it's bunted. And it's a pretty nice bunt by Valoria. He squared extremely early. About as early as you've seen a hitter do it, and that allowed Chapman to. Chapman was about 20 feet from home plate when connect was made right there.
And that's why he did what he did, Valoria, bunting the ball to first base or towards first base. When Delka got it, a little flip to profile covering.
And watch Chapman, and watch when contact is made. He's right there.
And then had to hustle back to third.
Yep. So now Brett Phillips will hit. So Bubba Starling is the runner at second base.
But Ned Yost opting to sacrifice, take 2 chances. Have 2 chances to try to get in the go-ahead run.
Is that Jesse Hahn? Sure looks like him. Yeah. Ian Kennedy is the closer. Inside, and now 2-1 to Phillips, who has grounded out, struck out, and hit a fly ball to right field. So he is 0 for 3. 1 for 6 in the series, and of course that one hit the big home run. Check swing. A little bit outside.
A check swing, but had to question the pitch, but not called by DJ Rayburn.
Line towards center. Ball's got some knuckling action on it, but Canha gets over there, makes the catch.
Wow. From our vantage point, you're exactly right, because that's what it started doing. But Mark Canha, fortunately, close enough to him that he could get it, but good fastball towards the end of the bat, and watch it knuckle in the center field. It's going to go a couple of different directions, and Mark Canha, with the line drive, got to it. Phillips had the pitch, actually as good a pitch as he had on Monday when he hit the home run.
So they're going to intentionally walk Whit Merrifield. After that, Scott Emerson's going to head out. So it's going to be Mondesi.
Well, both are aggressive. And we saw Mondesi on Monday night when he got an elevated fastball and hit the ball to left field. Mondesi has struck out 3 times today. Of course, you could say that about a lot of the Royals hitters. 18 total strikeouts for the A's against the Royals.
18. And only 2 in the first 3 innings. So game on the line as Adalberto Mondesi steps up. First pitch, and it's a swing and a miss.
Well, after the error, put a runner at second base. This was a fastball that Mondesi just went to left field. Sliced the ball down in the corner, and that was the go-ahead run following the Phillips home run that tied it.
Tried it again, stays away. Mondesi hitless today, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Angels and the Yankees just getting underway. In New York, no score in the second inning. Yankees trying to clinch the division, which they can do if they win that game. A little bit low. Good take by Mondesi. On deck is Soler. Last night, a game full of tense moments. Same thing today.
That's right. Actually, all 3 games.
Yeah, all 3, you're right.
Monday night.
Swing and a miss. High heater at 96 miles an hour. So,
if you got it, use it, huh?
2 outs.
If you've got the heater, go for it. And sometimes it's the best pitch you can throw. He's got the hard curveball, too, so he's got another option if he wants to go that route. Otherwise, do what he just did.
Runners take off, and it's a fastball outside, and the bases are loaded. So, with the game on the line, it'll be Wendelken against Soler, who has 45 home runs and 109 RBIs.
Now batting, number 12, Jorge Soler.
First pitch to Soler, a mighty swing and a miss.
Did you feel a breeze?
Yes, I did. It got cold up here just momentarily. Soler,
Wow.
2 outs, runners in scoring position, a .311 average, very good. Overall, with runners in scoring position, .260. Just a touch inside.
Boy, you get a jelly leg here. Watch the legs of Soler. Curveball and just stayed inside, almost a backup curveball.
Swing and a miss. Powered it right past him, 96 miles an hour, and that one was right down the middle.
Well, he's trying to do an awful lot with this pitch and just not able to catch up to the fastball by Wendelken. And I tell you what, if he could throw the same curve he threw and jelly leg him again, he may do exactly that and get it called out. But it's a critical pitch 1-2.
And he got him through a high breaking ball. Soler strikes out, and the Royals leave the bases loaded in the top of the 11th inning. So we are headed to the bottom of the 11th. No score. So it's the bottom of the 11th inning, and the Royals and the A's still looking for the first run in the game. It'll be Profar, Simeon, and Chapman against former Athletic Jesse Hunt. Pitching in just his 4th game. So we have fond memories of Jesse Hunt. Nice kid.
Very nice.
Couldn't stay healthy for the Athletics, and that's sort of been his thing his whole career.
Now, Cappy had his best game probably against the Kansas City Royals, the team he's pitching for now in Kansas City. I think there was about 16 outs, 13 ground ball outs, and he had a blister or fingernail problem, had to come out of the game, but he was outstanding. Just a shutout on Memorial Day, Stephen Vogt catching him here. So good times for Jesse then, but you're right, staying healthy, and you have to hope for the best for him because he's a good guy.
He missed the entire season last year, right elbow surgery. And of course, part of the Ryan Buchter trade when the A's got Buchter from the Royals. So 2-1 the count to Jurickson Profar. So in his 3 seasons with the A's, won 11 games. We got used to seeing him with the pant legs pulled up high. Maybe he's just trying to change his luck health-wise.
And that's the biggest thing for any pitcher, anybody that's had health issues, and try to do whatever you can do to make it happen.
And he missed outside. Leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 11th.
Well, they fell behind 2-0, got a fastball for a strike. Then on 3-1, tried to do the same. The ball just started running away, and they give Profar credit. 3-1, not going after the pitch. One of those close ones that went Profar's way.
So now you get the top of the order: Simeon, Chapman, Olsen. See if somebody can do some damage. Marcus takes a pitch up and away. So you got 3 guys coming up. All have over 30 home runs. Gabe Spire, the lefty, warming up. Right on the corner for a strike. Marcus today, a couple more hits. Also reached on an error, so he's been on base 3 times. Outfield playing a little deeper than normal to try to cut any ball off to keep the winning run from scoring. Don't want the ball to get to the gap, so you play a couple steps deeper.
You know, I was thinking about that, Kemp, and that's a great point. But man, if the ball is hit hard, it's going to go to the wall anyway.
Yep, that's true.
Because I don't know that they could get to it that quickly if the ball is hit hard. Marcus did it in his second at bat with a shot to right center.
It is one of the things that happens in the outfield here when it's football and bleachers are out there for a while. That grass gets very hard.
Just one that sometimes they don't want to play double. It's a ball over your head versus the ball in the gap, because you'd have to think the ball in the gap, it will be a double, and Profar's speed, if clearly a double, you could probably score from first. Oh, wow.
And Profar runs. It's a swing and a miss by Marcus Simeon, but Jurickson Profar, who just got a monstrous jump, he's going to get a stolen base. So Marcus will be disappointed, but the A's get the winning run to second base.
It's a nice sacrifice.
That's right.
Sacrificed to the second. Profar took off, as Jesse Hahn said, and with no second look, He walked to second base, but with 2 strikes on Marcus. Maybe a little distraction, but you could also see that he was able to steal second without even a throw or even a look.
So Matt Chapman will try to be the hero. First pitch is a good one on the outside corner for a strike. Chapman is 0 for 3. He walked in the 9th inning. That is hitless in this series. He's 0 for 12. Profar, very good speed at second.
I don't think there's ever a hitter that goes to the plate in these situations and does not want to be the hero. And sometimes you put a little bit too much pressure on yourself to be the hero. The Yankees with a couple of opportunities.
Strike 3 call at the knees, inside corner.
Well, watch Matt go down almost like thinking it's out of the strike zone, but I'd say yes, too close to take. He took it. DJ Rayburn.
Number 28.
Okay, here's your guy. It's Mark Canha giveaway T-shirt day. He has a chance to get a base hit to win the game.
Seems to fit for me.
I think you're exactly right.
I got mine tucked away in my briefcase. I'll be taking it home tonight.
Well, this could be fitting, and I'm sure Mark is thinking about it. Fans 16,714 on hand. They have their T-shirts, as Mark was saying last night. Family and friends looking forward to today. We're all looking forward to see if he can do something special. Single in his last at bat, last inning to start the 10th inning.
And there's a strike. Yeah, we like the T-shirt. I just hope the medium that I got is big enough for me.
Medium?
It's big enough. I think it should be all right.
For Jack.
0-1 to Canha. A's will take a flare at this point.
Take anything. Maybe back-to-back wild pitches. Who knows? Well, the old saying is a leadoff walk is always dangerous. Well, so far walked on the 3-1.
Chris Bassett is warming up in the A's bullpen.
He's the only relief pitcher that stood about 15 feet behind the mound and started throwing to loosen up. Long tossing as a reliever.
Canha got jammed, fouls it back. He is loose. He's been thrown. A's have won 7 out of their last 8. Trying to add to their lead in the wild card. Holding on to the #1 spot. 1-2 pitch again, foul right side. Line drive, fair! And that's going to win the ball game as Profar hustles home, and Mark Canha, T-shirt giveaway day. He wins it in the bottom of the 11th inning.
I love it. That's a great at bat.
So Mark Canha and the Athletics win the series over the Kansas City Royals. They have won 8 out of 9, and they pick up their 92nd win of the year as they continue to push for the postseason. So all about pitching today, and one big hit by Mark Canha.
Well, it just fitting. I mean, for Matt Olson to be intentionally walked, which is a smart move by Ned Yost. Matt Olson is such a good hitter, but so is Mark Canha as he takes the Jesse Hahn low fastball away. 2-strike hitting, opposite field hitting for Mark Canha just inside the foul line in right field. And that quickly, Profar, who stole second, scores. And Mark Canha on his T-shirt day. How appropriate for him to be the one to get the game-winning hit.
And you know what, Ray? This time of year, you're playing good baseball, but I think the A's are going to enjoy the off day tomorrow. They have played 16 consecutive games.
You're right.
And they've played well. They know what's coming up in the final week, final 9 games, but I think they're going to enjoy the off day tomorrow. So the magic number for the A's to make it to postseason is now down to 8 after their walk-off win tonight, or today, in the bottom of the 11th inning, thanks to Mark Canha on his T-shirt giveaway day. So J.B. Wendelken does his thing, got out of a big jam in the 11th inning. Wendelken's going to get the win. So Bailey, Petit, Diekman, Wendelken, they combine for the 11-inning shutout. So nicely done by the Athletics. And now the A's will sit back and see what happens with the Tampa Bay Rays tonight at Dodger Stadium. See what happens with the Indians and the Tigers just getting started in Cleveland.
And I think that's the biggest thing, Kai. Those games are going to be starting, and the A's will post this victory thanks to that man there, Mark Canha. Got his shirt pulled off, but he's ready.
So let's go downstairs to Cara, who is standing by with the hero, Mark Canha.
That's right, guys. I'm here with our hometown hero, Mark Canha. Mark, I know you had your friends, your family here for your big T-shirt giveaway day. How awesome is it to knock in that winning hit with all of your friends and family here?
It's really amazing. It's just a special day. More importantly, we get the win and in a crucial time, and we battled our butts off today.
Sure did. Talk about the pitching staff. 18 strikeouts combined. Incredible effort by a number of pitchers. What can you say about them? Homer Bailey starting.
Homer did a great job. The last 2 nights, they've really picked us up. You know, you got to win games like that. So it's a great job by everyone.
We're getting close. All of us fans are scoreboard watching. How exciting is this for you guys with that final push to the postseason?
It's really exciting. We'll be keeping an eye on the other games tonight, and, you know, we keep pushing.
You sure do. Well, great job. Great win on the series. Go ahead and celebrate. Thanks so much, Mark.
All right, thanks.
And Glenn, back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Cara. So Mark's going to be keeping an eye on the games, and so are we. So the A's now with a 2.5 game lead over the Rays for that top wild card spot. Final score, the A's win it 1-0 in 11 innings. Time now for A's Post Game Live, presented by Toyota. Let's head to the studio where Jim Kozimor is standing by.